Hey kids, I've got a really good surprise today. We're going to make something for Mother's Day. So mums, leave now please. Right children, we're going to be making solid dough necklaces. Okay everybody, so we start off with 1 cup of warm water. I've got to measure here and I never fill it. There we are. 1 cup of warm water and 1 cup of salt. This might take a while. Flour at the ready, and we'll be doing 2 cups of salt. Empty it in, and now we've got to dissolve that. So what we're going to do is just keep stirring it into the warm water, and as it dissolves, cut. Children, so it took me longer than I expected. I've been stirring this for a few minutes now, so I'm going to give it a go. So make sure you use warm water, quite warm, not cold. Now I'm going to put my 2 cups of flour in, any flour. So we've used 1 cup of salt, 1 cup of warm water, 2 cups of flour, and fingers crossed this will make a wonderful, I'm going to call it clay, but it's dough. Now I might just get this in my hands now and see how it goes. Let's see what goes on here. Looks a bit dry, maybe I'll add some more water. If all else fails, we can make pizzas. Let's get it all stuck together. And you know what we're going to do? It's not going to just stay this colour. We're going to split it up into 5 categories because I've got 5 dyes. You might only have 2 or 3 dyes. Maybe you've only got the primary colours. Can you remember the primary colours? They're red, blue and yellow, and out of that we can make green, orange and purple of each. Now that to me seems a nice texture. What do you think? It feels nice. So I'm going to move that. I'm going to cut this roughly into 5. Now it's into 4 now, so that middle one's fat, so I'll make that, maybe chop a bit off that one. There we go. It doesn't have to be accurate. Make balls, and now I want to make them different colours, so let's have a look. If I put a few drops of this in, this is where the rubber gloves come into it. I think I've put more than a few drops in there. Oh my gosh, this is a really dark blue, but we've got to knead it in to make sure it gets on every nook and cranny. Look, let's get it in there. So okay, so I've finished up putting dye. Remember to wash your hands thoroughly afterwards so that you're not mixing the colours. And here we have 5 colours. You might not have 5. Might have 2, doesn't matter. So now let's have a go at playing around making different balls for our necklace. So I'm going to try, this is where you can play around. You've got plenty of time on your hands and you can play around. I'm going to do a layer of that. Then I'm going to wipe my hands again. Old piece of cloth, maybe the old sheet from yesterday, you could have a piece of that. I'm going to try adding a green one. Oh look, they're not coloured inside, so you can mix it now. If it's not coloured inside, just play around with it and try and get it mixed. Now, I'm going to try and roll those and see what we get. And then, with our stick, let's just see. What have we got here? Oh, that's quite a cool ball for your necklace. You can play around for hours doing this. That's got a little bit of... We're going to make the most amazing necklace. Now you might want to do them smaller than this. I like big chunky necklaces. I think they're more funky, but Mum might want a nice small neat one. And Mum might have her favourite colours as well, so try and think about that. So I don't seem to have mixed these enough, but it doesn't matter because it's given a marble effect. And now I'm just squeezing things together. I'm playing around now, squeezing things, trying all different colours together, and I'm just rolling balls. But try and get that inside colour mixed in, so you can get some blue and just play around now. Think what colours work well together. I've just been rolling some balls, I've just been mixing up things, and they kind of have a marble effect with the clear colour being inside, but try and mix it all up and try and get a good colour going on. Now what we're going to do for our beads is thread our skewer through, and we're going to wiggle it around there like that, and then we're going to put it onto our baking sheet. We're just wiggling our skewer through to make sure we've got a nice decent sized hole. Don't just poke it in a little bit, go all the way through to make sure it... Just make sure they're completely the shape you want them, and take your skewer all the way through. Okay, so I have to put these on for a long time in the oven. It says about an hour and a half. I think we should just keep checking on it. But I'm putting those into the oven now. They've all got the holes in, and when they come out, I'll show you what we're going to do next. So you've all got a hole in these circles, and we're going to make the funkiest necklace ever for Mother's Day. Okay everybody, so our dough balls for our jewellery have been in the oven for 2 hours at 60 degrees. Remember that? 2 hours at 60 degrees. Wire, I've cut it to the length I want around my neck, because I want a nice long necklace. So I've done that, and I've done a little hook there, just folded the end over so I can start threading and they won't fall off the end. Keep threading till you've got about that much left at the end. Okay children, here we go. Finished mine. I've just decided to use 3 colours. Remember, if you haven't got wire, you might have to use string or wool, but you'd need to thread a needle first, and you'd need to have a big knot in the end so they didn't fall off. Now look what I'm doing here with my wire. So I've got my wire, I'm going to cross it over, and then I'm going to start winding it around. Wind, wind, wind. There we go, let's see what it looks like. Whoa, love. Does it look nice?